Forbidden Love, the Igbo Princess and the Hausa Prince. In the ancient kingdom of Nri, where traditions ran deep and the will of the king was absolute, there lived a beautiful princess named Amaka. She was the jewel of the kingdom, admired not only for her beauty, but for her intelligence and kindness. Amaka was the only daughter of Ezenri, the ruler of the sacred kingdom. As the heir to the throne, she was expected to marry a nobleman chosen by her father. But fate had other plans. Far away in the grand city of Kano, Yusuf, the son of a wealthy Hausa merchant, had been raised with the principles of trade, honor, and discipline. His father, Alhaji Ibrahim, was one of the most influential traders in the region, dealing in gold, spices, and textiles. Yusuf had always been a curious young man, fascinated by different cultures and traditions. It was this curiosity that led him on a journey to the eastern lands, where he would meet the woman who would change his life forever. Yusuf traveled with his father's caravan to Nuri for trade. The journey was long, but when they arrived, he was captivated by the richness of Igbo culture. He marveled at the art, the music, and the vibrant markets that thrived under the protection of the great king. But what truly captured his heart was a fleeting moment when he first saw Princess Amaka. She had been walking through the marketplace, her regal presence commanding respect from everyone around. Yusuf was mesmerized. The princess was unlike any woman he had ever seen. Her beauty was otherworldly, and her laughter was like the sound of bells in the wind. Their eyes met for a brief moment, and in that instant, something unexplainable passed between them. Fate continued to weave its web, and soon Amaka and Yusuf found themselves meeting in secret. Under the cover of night, they would steal moments together near the river that separated the kingdom from the trading quarters. Their love blossomed in hushed whispers and stolen glances. Yusuf spoke of the grand city of Kano, of its towering minarets and sprawling markets. Amaka, in turn, shared the deep spiritual history of Nri, the sacred rituals, and the divine connection of her people. They were from different worlds, yet their hearts beat as one. But the world would not allow them to love freely. Word began to spread that the princess had been seen with a Hausa man. The king was furious. To him, the idea of his daughter marrying an outsider, let alone a Hausa man, was unthinkable. Ezenri summoned Amaka and forbade her from ever seeing Yusuf again. Meanwhile, in Kano, Yusuf's father had also heard of his son's affection for an Igbo princess. Al-Haji Ibrahim was enraged. "You are the son of a merchant, a man of influence," he scolded. "You will not throw away your future for the daughter of a king who will never accept you." Despite their family's opposition, Amaka and Yusuf could not be kept apart. They continued to meet in secret, dreaming of a future where love triumphed over tradition. But their love came at a cost. The king grew more watchful, placing guards around Amaka and restricting her movements. Likewise, Alhaji Ibrahim warned Yusuf that any continued defiance would see him disowned. It seemed as though their love was doomed, yet they refused to give up. They sought the help of an elder, a wise woman who had lived long enough to see many battles of love and culture. She advised them to leave their families behind and start anew in a distant land where no one would judge their love. One fateful night, with the moon as their witness, Amaka and Yusuf made their escape. They rode through the dense forests, hearts pounding with fear and excitement. The journey was perilous, but love gave them strength. They sought refuge in a distant town where they built a new life together. When the king and Alhaji Ibrahim discovered their disappearance, they were furious. Ezenri sent his best guards into the forest to track them down, while Alhaji Ibrahim hired men to search the routes leading out of Nuri. For days, the search parties combed through the dense woods, calling out Amaka's name, but the lovers were nowhere to be found. It was as if the forest itself had swallowed them whole, shielding them from the world that wished to separate them. It was not an easy path. They faced prejudice and hardship, but their love endured. In time, their story reached both Nuri and Kano, stirring emotions in the hearts of their families. Years passed, and the pain of separation softened the rigid hearts of their fathers. Love, as always, found a way to heal old wounds. Eventually, Amaka and Yusuf returned, not as forbidden lovers, but as a symbol of unity between two great cultures. Their love had forged a bridge between the Igbo and Hausa, proving that love knows no boundaries. Their story was told for generations, a tale of love that defied all odds, a love that was forbidden, yet became eternal. And so, in the land where tradition once divided them, love prevailed.